and hard. And I can't even say that because of the laws about how to introduce this recipe. Because this recipe is for toad in the hole. And toad in the hole just makes me laugh. I'll put my toad in your hole. Or is that vice versa? I don't know. Anyway, it's really simple, really tasty, family favourite. I do believe I would be saying if I had my own cookery show, which, well, it would be a family favourite if I did. What you do to make it toad in the hole, just first of all you heat up the toad. You turn on fairly hot ring, put in about a tablespoon of reasonably flavourless oil, and then you get your sausages. Oh lols. Now the quantities I'm giving you go from anything for 2 people to about 4 people, so you can use this amount of batter for up to about 8 sausages. Obviously there's only Mr. B and I, so we're going to get 4 little wieners and put them in that oil, just sort of brown off just a little bit. There we go. But you could fit 8 in there. You just get a little less hole for your toad. This is terrible. I have to stop. I'm just going to talk about toad and hole, and I'm not going to loll much. Anyway, while that's doing its thing, you get a bowl, and into the bowl you measure 150 millilitres of milk. 150 of milk. You also add 150 millilitres of cold water. Your hole starts off cold, you see. It's the toad to warm it up. I can't stop myself. Then you go to your fridge and you get some Dijon mustard. You throw a teaspoon of that in there, and you whisk it up, baby. Check that your little sausages are getting nice and brown. They're not sticking or anything. Good stuff. Give that a little whisk. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Then you break in 2 eggs. Oh, by the way, before you started this, you preheated your oven to 220 degrees, of course, didn't you? Yes, because I told you to do that ages ago. Yes. 2 eggs. Whisk, 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 whisk. Whisk, 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 whisk. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Until you have quite a vile looking mixture, actually. But you know, your hole ready to go. By now, these sausages are probably starting to brown up a bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. You just kind of want to seal the edges, you know. Yeah, using some kind of implement would be the way to check these, not my bare hands. Well played, Sarah. Well played. And there you go. Do that. My egg, milk, water mix. I then add some flour. 150 grams of plain flour. Okay? And I whisk that in. Now, I don't know. People like put the flour in first, they put the liquid in first, they put everything in first. I don't try to make these battery kind of things whenever I was living in China. And they always made really light, crispy batter. So this has always worked for me. I'm not sure it worked for you, but it has always worked for me. There you have it. Then you add a teaspoon of salt. You grind some pepper. You grind some pepper. You grind some salt in there. That makes sense, honest. And you give that one last whisk. You check that your sausages are like, that's how brown I mean. Just a little bit brown. Kind of browning up. You turn off the heat and you distribute your sausages fairly evenly around the frying pan. Okay? Then you get your oven gloves. You don't need them yet, but you know. You tip your batter mix in with your sausages, and then you put it in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. If you don't have a pan, you can cook your sausages in and then put it in the oven. You can put a baking tin with a bit of oil in the oven to heat up first. I just used one of those cast iron dishes that are unbranded, but Le Creuset, if you want to send me free stuff, please feel free anytime. I use one of those because then you can just bung it all in and it's quite pretty to serve it in. You put that in for about 25 to 30 minutes until it's nice and golden and crispy and risen and delicious. So I'll see you in about 25 or 30 minutes. Bye! And here we have it. After 30 minutes of our toast and our whole being in the oven, we have a delicious brown crispy toad in the hole. I was going to make a very bad joke about going and calling my toad, but that's absolutely no way truth there to the lovely Mr. P. Hope you enjoy your Sunday dinner. I'm certainly going to enjoy mine. Bye bye!